Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Clip, the host of Club, the Sports Report, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys to the fact that Fournier is going to be heading to the Knicks, by the way. They did a press conference on him. I'll get you guys for the Falcons become the first vaccinated NFL team, by the way, 100% fully vaxxed, by the way. And I'll tell you who else can be vaxxed. I'll tell you who else needs to be vaxxed, by the way. Joel Embiid signed a big offer, by the way, to stay with the Sixers, by the way. Marcus Smart signs a 4-year, $77 million offer extension to stay with the Celtics, by the way, as well. Tebowmania has been released by the Jags. Patrick Beverley has been traded to the Wolves, by the way. Also, get you guys to the fact that, let's see what we got here. Also, get you guys to the fact that, 20 and Trevor Bauer's in Paris, by the way, as well, in court. FBI chimes in on the Deshaun Watson probe as well. Gives you guys to the fact that, Felipe Vasquez was sentenced to 2 to 4 years behind bars over the child pornography charges of sexual assault, sexual assault, and child pornography charges, by the way, as well. Remember it happened about 2017, by the way, as well. The Christmas NBA games, and somebody got was ordering a pizza from Bulls, Bears, and Squares Pizza Place. Get you guys to that for sure. J Lo and Big Ben Affleck and Ben Affleck and A Rod, by the way. Jamal Adams signed a huge offer, by the way, stay with the Seals, by the way, as well. And that'll be and Lee Beach is out of jail, by the way, over his the incident he got into with some family members, by the way, as well. And that's all there is I gotta say on that, everybody. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna start things off with the fact that Evan Fournier is going to the Knicks. By the way, he's on the Knicks. His press conference was earlier today, and that was all there is you gotta know on that, everybody. So Evan Fournier is going to the Knicks along with Kemba Walker coming back to the Knicks. By the way, I'll tell you this: Evan Kemba Walker, he's an amazing shooter. I'll tell you about that, and I'll say this that he won't display whatsoever. And honestly, I think that he's gonna play a whole lot better than he did before, and that's all there is for that, everybody. And also Evan Fournier, by the way, even though he's sort of did pretty good. I think the Knicks right now, I'll consider them soccer tennis, by the way, which they are. I'd love to see the Knicks, by the way, get to a playoff spot. I'll love to see the Knicks do it all over again next season, by the way. But then you'll see the Knicks, by the way, take on the Hawks, a team that the Knicks have lost to, that they limited to in the playoffs, by the way. The Knicks will get revenge on them. I'll tell you about that, which they will. So that's the best news yet there. So congrats to Fournier and Kemba Walker getting to the Knicks, by the way. That's all there's for that. Also, that the Falcons become the first NFL team to be 100% fully vaxxed up. So the best news yet there to them. I'll tell you which other NFL teams need to be vaxxed up. Chiefs Kingdom, they need to be vaxxed up to get back to the Super Bowl title, by the way, and to being two-time, and Patrick Mahomes, King Mahomes, gets his crown back to be a two-time Super Bowl champ, by the way, which he must, and he will eliminate and destroy Tom Brady, by the way, after Tom Brady turned 44. So hope that happens, by the way. Look forward to that. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, he needs to be fully vaxxed up as well. He needs to be a vaxxed up MVP, which he needs to be. Also, you would have the G-Men, they need to be fully vaxxed up as well. The roster needs to be in check. Jets going to be vaxxed up, Jags going to be vaxxed, and all the other teams going to be vaxxed as well. So that's all this stuff. So Falcons, as of right now, are the fully vaxxed up to the first NFL team to be fully vaxxed up. 100% fully vaxxed. That's all I got to say on there, everybody. Hopefully other teams can fully vaxxed as well. Also, another news that Joel Embiid has signed a 4-year, $196 million supermax offer extension, keeping him through 2026-27 season for a $261 million total. The offer is fully guaranteed and player option in the final year. So that's the best news yet there. I can tell you that, everybody. Also, some other news I want to get into, by the way, that and also Joel Embiid, he can be fair to be getting a title, by the way, even though Joel Embiid's never been an NBA champion that's his career, he'll do it yet again. That's all I can say there, everybody. Also, some other news, by the way, that Marcus Smart is to sign a 4-year, $77 million offer extension starting with the 2022-23 season, and the max allowed off Smart's $14.3 million salary for 2021 to 22, but offer has no player option. So business for him, by the way, tell you about that, and Marcus Smart, he could do so yet again. Also, this is just announced earlier today that Tebowmania has been released from the Jags. By the way, let me tell you this right now. Tebowmania is a joke. All right, Oh my god. Tebowmania, you just see stupid. Tebowmania so stupid. You really are stupid. You are so stupid. You are so stupid. Really. Sit this boy. Oh my god. Okay, you should sports commentary. What you should do comfortable commentary. What you should be doing though. Too many you made some decisions of your life. All right. Too many. Sit doing sports commentary. Sit doing comfortable commentary. That's what you should do. All right. Sit the comfortable commentary. That's what you should do. You should do. All right. To that. So it's the team making you as a idiot. Oh, that'd be so good. But clearly, too many. You're pathetic. You're washed up. And honestly, for you, you need to not play in the NFL. That's it. Too many. You're nothing but a poor excuse, an NFL star. You were not gonna be a Super Bowl champ. You never have been. You never will be. I'll tell you about that. But too many. You really do suck a lot. You really do suck eggs. What you do. You're not gonna be in the regular season football. That's it for you. More importantly, you should stick to doing college football content. That's what you should do. All right. So Team Mania, that journey for you is done, and I mean done. So Team Mania, you're done. So college, you stick to doing college football analyst. By the way, that's all you do. Because Team Mania, you made yourself look stupid in front of everybody. That's what you did right there. All right. There's always for me to come back and then just next thing you know it, try to make it your pressing. But I mean, you came as a tight end. You're a former quarterback, but you came as a tight end. Team Mania, just stick to doing college football. That's what you do for her. All right. Stick to that. Unless you're so good at it. Unless you're so good at it, by the way. So clearly, you, Team Mania, you should never came back. You should never came back. So, too bad for you, Team Mania. You suck, and that's that. Also, this Patrick Beverley has been traded to the Wolves for Jarrett Culver and Juancho, Hornan, by the way, Hornan Gomez, by the way. So, Patrick Beverley traded yet again. So that's all there is for that. Also, this, so guys, that let's see, a 27-year-old woman testified in court on the accusations against Trevor Bauer, by the way, on domestic abuse and sexual assault. He pulls her hair around her neck, and she pulled her hair around her neck, showing how she alleged that Bauer's of strangling her unconscious. Now Bauer was silent in his seat, focusing on the judge in front of him, that there were two sexual encounters that between the woman and Bauer they were consensual, by the way, and refuted her claims to full extent of the law. Woman didn't say anything to remand the woman, by the way, didn't say anything to him, and she didn't anything to him, and she was like a rag doll. Now Bauer was also accused of strangling a Ohio woman, by the way, during a three-year relationship while they were having sex, by the way, and was issued a restraining order, by the way. So basically, Trevor Bauer, by the way, he has been on he's still on leave, by the way. This is Trevor Bauer being exposed for the whole world. And Trevor Bauer, as of right now, he's absolutely a failure, by the way. If he's convicted of these charges, if he's convicted, now keep in mind, Trevor Bauer has not been arrested or charged, but I can tell you about that, though. So Trevor Bauer is convicted of these charges, by the way, if he's convicted whatsoever. He could be getting jail time for the rest of his life. And it's to say, though, that he could be banned from the movie for life as well. So that could come into play for sure. But Trevor Bauer has not been arrested or charged yet. If he's convicted of these charges, by the way, he'll be arrested. He'll be arrested, by the way, and he'll be charged, by the way. And his LB career can be tarnished. I can tell you about that much, and there can be a lot more to ensue right there. So the case will be continuing through on Thursday, by the way, as well. And that's all there's you gotta know on that, everybody. So Trevor Bauer was under fire from incidents of sexual assault and misconduct, by the way, and strangulation, by the way, as well as domestic abuse. So he's done for now. And honestly, needs to say that Trevor Bauer's MLB career is definitely going to be over for him. That's like about that right now. So that's all this for that. Also, another news I want to get to, by the way, that FBI, they're chiming on the Deshaun Watson probe, by the way, because you guys remember that Deshaun Watson was accused of misconduct and sexual misconduct and sexual assault at massage parlors, by the way. And he faced 22 out of 23 lawsuits, by the way. These are civil cases, by the way, as well. And there were two women that were also issuing complaints with the Houston PD regarding the Deshaun Watson probe as well. But they have not sued Deshaun Watson, and they have not necessarily charged him yet. But they're in the basic new allegations regarding Deshaun Watson, by the way, as well. So Deshaun Watson, he's gonna be done for. He's trash. And the FBI as of right now, they're chiming on the Deshaun Watson probe as well. So as of right now, Deshaun Watson has not been arrested or charged yet. Now FBI and the Houston PD could issue an arrest warrant out for Deshaun Watson, by the way, regarding his behavior, by the way, regarding all of his stats. But I can tell you this: Deshaun Watson's NFL career is going to be in jeopardy, and needs to say that he meant to turn himself in. If he does so by this week or next week, he'll be done for the rest of his life. Now Deshaun Watson, he will no longer be the starting quarterback for the Texans, by the way, as well. So that's it for him. And clearly he's a piece of trash. And he should be getting banned from the NFL for life. That's all there's. There's no way in hell that the NFL is going to show us the secretaries. You're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. So the NFL's looking. It's investigating this matter. Houston PD is looking at this, and the FBI is looking at this matter as well. So clearly, there could be a arrest warrant looming for him as well. I can tell you that. I mean, it should have been sooner, by the way. But the FBI and the Houston PD, they're cooperating and they're working together to have an arrest warrant issued for Deshaun Watson, by the way, regarding the 23 lawsuits and the two complaints issued by 2 out of 10 women. 10 women, by the way, who did not file lawsuits against Deshaun Watson, by the way, regarding the probe, by the way, by the basic new allegations. So honestly, for him, Deshaun Watson could be arrested for sure by this week or next week. We never know for sure. And if he's in court, by the way, he could be charged, and if he's convicted of charge, he could be getting jail for the rest of his life. That's all there's for that. And as far as his career goes down the drain, and that's it for him. So his career is gonna be over for him. That's that. So if he's something that he's not, that's it. So Deshaun Watson, he's a piece of trash. That's all it's for that. Now the FBI is chiming into this case, and it's gonna be into the Deshaun Watson probe, and Houston PD, they're also chiming into the probe as well, and also the two complaints that were issued, by the way, regarding the allegations against Deshaun Watson. But honestly, Deshaun Watson, his career is over, and the NFL's gonna kick him. NFL's gonna do the right thing to ban Deshaun Watson for life, which they will. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what election he's taken. By the way, I'll tell you about that much. And honestly, that's it for Deshaun Watson. His career's gonna be done for. He'll be released from the Texans, by the way, as well. He won't be starting quarterback no more. And those teams they're not gonna think about getting him, which they will not do. That's all there's for that. No second chance for Deshaun Watson. That's it. No more. Especially when they're trouble football players. They're not getting a second chance. That's it for him. Also, another news that Malik Beast is out of prison early. He was on good because of his good behavior, by the way. Even though he was arrested and charged for incident against two family members, by the way, as well. And that's all there's for that. And he was being a cheated pumpkineer regarding the fact that he was caught, holding hands with Larsa Pimp, by the way, and the fact that his wife Montana Yao got divorced him for sure, by the way, as well. So clearly for him. Well, I said him. So Megan Blease is a piece of trash, which he is, by the way. He got out of jail early, so clearly he's done for. I can tell you about that much. And honestly, that's it for him. So we never know. We never know. So basically, he's trash. We all know this for sure. That's all this for that, everybody. Also, some other news I want to get to. Jamal Adams agreed to a 4-year extension offer with the Seahawks, making him the highest paid safety in NFL history. The max value will be 72 mil, 20 mil signing bonus, and 38 mil guarantee. The option bonus payment of 13 mil exercise on the first day of the league year 2022. So Jamal Adams will be staying with the Seahawks, by the way, on a 4-year 72 mil offer, by the way. That's all there's for that, and that makes him the highest paid safety in history, which he is. So big congrats on that. Also, this someone got to a someone bought a pizza. Someone bought a pizza. Someone goes to a pizza place known as Bulls, Bears, and Squares Pizza Place, getting a chicken jalapeno ranch chicken deep dish pizza for 141.32. By the way, to send the pizzas to A-Rod on June 17th. By the way, now Ben was ordered. I don't mean Ben Affleck, by the way, the one that Jay Lewis is infatuated with, for sure about that. Ben Affleck 2.0. This other Ben, by the way, is a prankster, by the way. To ordered by his by his got the name Ben Affleck but without the K, by the way, and also not J Lo's interest, by the way. His real name, minus one letter, makes no sense, by the way, as well. So basically, the pizza was sent to the summer pad in the Hamptons. Also, assuming Ben J Lo were fooling with him, by the way. So that's all there's for that, everybody. I can tell you that for sure. So that's all there's you gotta know on that. And between everybody on that, that's all you need to know just for now. And that's all I can say for that. So honestly, this is pathetic. It clearly is. So what are your thoughts about this, everybody? I mean, a pizza order going to A-Rod's place, a pizza that Ben Affleck, this prankster Ben Affleck, not the one that J Lo's fetching with. Oh no, some prankster, by the way, getting deep dish pizzas to A-Rod's place. Thoughts on that? What are your thoughts about that? I'll address them, I'm sure, buddy. Also, this Felipe Vasquez was sentenced to 2 to 4 years behind bars over the and he was convicted after he was convicted of sexual assault and sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl, and a 2-year, and he's got 2 years probation, by the way. He was charged for sexual assault, sexual abuse of kiddos, child pornography, and convicted, and corrupting minors, by the way. Now, Vasquez sent the girl graphic photos and videos, by the way, through messages to her, and messaged her to have sex with her yet again, and his ride. So clearly, Felipe Vasquez, you guys remember, he was arrested and charged for sexual assaulting a 13-year-old girl, by the way, who was 15 by the time. And honestly, he got what's coming to him. So he was arrested and charged with child pornography charges. He was already banned from the MLB for life. That's all I can say on that, everybody. So clearly, Felipe Vasquez is trash. He's trash. That's all I can say on that, everybody. That's all there's you need to know on that, for sure. So that's all. Also, guys, I want to get you guys the MLB games for Christmas Day. You'll see Knicks versus the Hawks playoff rematch. You'll see. I hope my Knicks are going to beat up those Hawks, which they will. Lakers versus the Nets rematch. That'll be a good one. Mavs versus the Jazz Christmas Day. Suns versus the puny Warriors. Suns are going to beat up the Warriors for sure. Suns versus the Bucks, which they will. So looking forward to that. That's all there's I can say on there, everybody. So those are Christmas Day games, and the opening week games. I haven't addressed that out, but I'll get you guys that for sure. That's all you got to know on that. Also, Kendall Jenner rocks Devin Booker's a gold medal, by the way, during a boat trip somewhere that Kendall and Devin Booker are on a private vacation. So all this you got to know on that, everybody. It's something to say on that. So, also this. Kayla Harrison, she'll be a free agent, by the way, after her offer runs out in PFL, by the way. She'll look some huge fights. One against the current UFC women's featherweight bantamweight champ, Amanda Nunes, who had COVID, by the way. She was coming from COVID, by the way. She's looking forward to get that match. Or also looking forward to get Cris Cyborg, who is the Bellator women's featherweight champ, Cris Cyborg. So where do you think Kayla Harrison is going to wind up at? You think she's going to wind up at UFC to get her hands on Amanda Nunes, or think she's going to end up to get her hands on Cris Cyborg? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll address them on sure, buddy. That's all there's you got to know in that, right, buddy? Also, this so guys that we got also this that Lil Uzi Vert, by the way, he's got some fast hands. Or Lil Uzi Hurt, by the way, he's got some fast hands training for a boxing match, by the way. He was in a training sesh, and he was training for a boxing match against YK Osiris or Soldier Boy. So that's what that, everybody. I'll just on insurance, so you gotta know that. Also, this, guys, Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz are simply tweeting to each other, and I'll tell you this: there might be a potential fight between Nate Diaz against Dustin Poirier. So you guys want to see that match happen later this year or in 2020? Let me know something about that. I'll just not sure, but that's all there's got to know on that. Also, guys, that watch our brothers out to Rob De Niro, Sean Penn, Indy Hartwell, Donnie Wahlberg. You got LG Lloyd, Dustin Pedroia, Ronnie Mullen, Taiba, Farminga. You got let's see, Passanuas of De La Soul, Robin Cousins, Greg Gold, Thierry Henry, Tommy Townsend, John Olsen, Melda, Espada, Page, Joyner Lucas, Rudy Gay, Lil B, Dustin Pedroia, Ronnie Mullen, and CG Lloyd. So that's all there is for that, everybody. Somebody brother wish out Twitter, but let's look at this from now. And Tyrus Thompson, Juliana Ranchick, Catherine Morgan, Alex Hedold, and Ariadne Diaz. Somebody brother wish out Twitter, but please do some of that. And that's all there's got to know on that. So that's the message you get there, everybody. I'll go say that, everybody, for sure on that note. Also, this, and we'll elaborate on this, that Dan and Olivia Corcoran were loaded in Portland, Oregon, because they were in title time, by the way, in their brass rings, and let's see, they had a flight to LA for the little honeymoon. They're going to, let's see, a Dodgers game, Universal Studios, Disneyland. They changed their undies. So clearly, fans, why would anybody want to go to, why would anybody want to go somewhere while they're in the wedding gear? Well, are you kidding me, guys? So, clothes fanatics, fans, viewers, subscribers, don't try to say homeschooling, man. Please consider the following, all right? So, clearly, guys, honestly, this is just, come on. Think before you act, fans. Think before you act. Fans don't think so, which they don't. So that's all this for that. What are your thoughts about this, everybody? Your thoughts, everybody. Let me know what comes about that. I'll just much. Also, one other thing I want to get into, that RK Bros back together, by the way, and also they have their sights set on the Raw Tag Team titles, by the way, which is why this coming Saturday at SummerSlam, you'll see Randy Orton and Riddle of RK Bro get their hands on AJ Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag Team titles at SummerSlam this coming Saturday night. You can catch it live on Peacock TV, and that's all there's for that. So be sure to catch SummerSlam this coming Saturday live on Peacock, and that's all there's you got to know in there, everybody. So RK Bros back together. That's for that. So my question is, are Riddle and Orton going to be the new Raw Tag Team champs? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely address them on sure, but that's all there's got to know, and that's all I can say. So check that out, guys. That's all there's got to know. So, no more to that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will do right there for the Kayla Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Kayla Sports Board YouTube channel on Facebook page by any element necessary. Be sure to send me comments to your thoughts on F40. Go to the Knicks, by the way. Thoughts about that. Your thoughts on the Falcons being the first NFL team to be 100% fully vaxxed up. Thoughts about that? Just what are your thoughts on Joel Embiid signing a 4-year, $196 supermax mil offer extension, keeping him through 2026-2027? You think that Joel Embiid is going to end up with an NBA title in his hand? Even though Joel Embiid has never had an NBA title last his career, which he has not. So, thoughts about that? You think he's going to get it? Let me know about that for sure. And also, we thought some Marcus Smart signing a 4-year, $77 million offer extension, by the way, the 2022-23 season. Max, so thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. Your thoughts on Tebowmania being let go from the Jags, what are your thoughts about that? And Tebowmania is not worth anything. I'll talk about that. He's done. That's it. Send it a comfortable contract. That's what he should do. So that's what thoughts about that. I'll just want to share, buddy. That's all this for that. That's Patrick Beverley going to the Wolves, by the way, for Jarrett, Culver, and Juancho, Hornan, Gomez. Thoughts about that. I'll just want to share, but that's all this for that. You also on the FBI. You think there's going to be arrest warrant out for D. Watts, Deshaun Watts, by the way, and Deshaun Watts a pro, by the way, even though he has not been arrested or charged yet, because of the 23 losses, by the way, and 2 complaints issued with the Houston PD regarding Deshaun Watts a pro, by the way. And I guess that's about that. I'll just want to share, but that's all this for the say on that. Everybody, thoughts on your thoughts exactly on The Christmas against Knicks first. Obviously, the Knicks are gonna get their revenge. I hope the Knicks. I hope my Knicks get revenge, which they will, by the way. They're looking pretty good as ever. I'll say that for sure. So I can say it about everybody. That's all that you need to know with everybody. Thanks for the next rivalry game. That's about that. I'll just want to share, but that's all this for that. That's all I can say. Also, your brother wishes out to Rob De Niro, Sean Penn, Indy Hartwell, Donnie Wahlberg, Tegaba, Farminga, Mayos out there. Somebody brother wishes out to. Please, that's some of the for that. That's Dustin Poirier and Diaz, a potential fight by later this year or 2022. Thoughts about that? You think it's gonna happen? Let me know. Comes from Aljo. Also, we thoughts on Kayla Harrison having her becoming a monstrous free agent. By the way, even though her offer if PFL runs out by she only has 3 fights left. Who do you think she wants to get her hands on? You think it's gonna be Amanda Nunes or Cris Cyborg? By the way, let me know comments about that. I'll just want to share about something so you gotta know on that. Also, guys, what are your thoughts on Lewis Rich trying to be ranked for his on a strange chase? By the way, he's using a YK or Cyrus. I think thoughts about that. I'll just want to share about something for that. Thus, Jamal Adams agreeing to a 4-year extension offer with the Seahawks. 32 mil, 20 mil signing bonus, 30 mil guaranteed. That's about that. And there is no it's gonna be a 13 mil starts the first day of the league year 2022. That's about that. But I'll just want to share so for that. I'll be up on breaking news in terms of what are your thoughts on you think Randy Orton, you think RK Bro is gonna be the new Raw tag team champs, by the way, when they take on Styles and Omos for the Raw Team titles, by the way, at SummerSlam. That's about that. I'll just sure that's all that you have for that. I'll be back for breaking news in terms of what they want to hold on when they close sports, whatever they sports later. And this guy knows all guys. So I'm gonna take care of you guys. You guys have good evening. Please be safe with them. Bye bye.